State of New California, notice to all Californians, Grievance 44. We are in Vista, California at the courthouse. It is November the 20th, 2018. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Article 4, Section 3, United States Constitution states, new states may be admitted by the Congress into the Union, but no new states shall be formed or erected within the jurisdiction of any other state, nor any state be formed by the junction of two or more states or parts of states without the consent of the legislatures of the states concerned, as well as of the Congress. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in the United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence of January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object, that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. So it is the history of the past and present governor and government of California who have a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having a direct object the establishment of a tyranny over the counties of New California and the state of California. Preamble of the New California State Constitution states, we, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity, seek a Republican form of government, protection against foreign invasion and domestic violence guaranteed by Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution, and all privileges and immunities of citizens in the several states guaranteed by Article 4, Section 2 of the United States Constitution, ordain and establish New California as a fully vested state of the Union of States in the United States of America. First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. The counties of New California have brought forward 40 grievances against the government of California and will bring forward 55 additional grievances to be announced in public on Tuesday at 11 a.m. State of New California, Grievance 44, Declaration of Grievance. Statement of facts. People of California are suffering from a tyrannical communist state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government is in direct violation of the following: United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion and application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. California State Constitution, Article 1, Declaration of the Rights, Section 1, subsection .32. Article 1, adopted 1879, Section 1. All people are by state free. All people by nature are free and independent and have inalienable rights. Among them are enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, and pursuing and obtaining safety, happiness, and privacy. gubernatorial incompetence and disinterest in the face of the Camp Fire national disaster. Rather than working to mitigate the national disaster that the Camp Fire in Paradise, California has now become, the citizens are experiencing gubernatorial abandonment. The surviving and displaced victims of the fire who remain helpless in the disaster area are now homeless, left exposed to the weather and sickness with diseases reported to be breaking out among them. After appearing for photo opportunities, the current governor and a successor-elect have left the disaster area, leaving the victims in the condition they found them: destitute, homeless, exposed to the elements, and at risk of sickness and disease now verified to be spreading among the exposed victims. Although the governor is at the top of the chain of command of the state guard and the National Guard while it is on duty in the state and not federalized, these resources have not been used to assist the victims in any significant way. The experience of the victims in the flyover counties of rural California is one of destitute neglect by the government that purportedly represents them. Deplored citizens in the flyover counties of rural California are on their own. The citizens of rural New California are learning neglect and infidelity on the part of the California government is the new normal. It is apparent to the victims of the Camp Woolsey fires and the Oroville Dam disaster, all of which were verifiably caused and or exacerbated by man-made acts and omissions, are not the subjects of concern by the California government. While the gubernatorial authorities embrace the tenet of an unscientific and speculative anthropogenic global warming phenomenon as the cause of California's fires, and do so with a politically motivated and hysterical religious fervor, and while they refer to these fires as the new normal, the citizens of rural New California state are learning the new normal is really one of government neglect, abuse, and preferential treatment of monoparty loyalists residing in the urban metro areas of California creates a dictatorial and regulative environment which guarantees continued fires of ever-increasing size and scope. Blame shifting by gubernatorial authorities relying on dangerous junk science create a self-fulfilling prophecy. The same communist regulatory apparatus that gridlocks business development in California, that perpetuates poverty in the rural counties, and is based on the junk science premise that carbon dioxide is causing the planet to overheat, is now creating a self-fulfilling prophecy whereby the same regulations that forbid proper care and management of our forests is leading to out-of-control fires. The junk scientists and monoparty globalists, beholding to an anti-sovereignty scheme, desire as the outcome in true blame-shifting fashion, blame global warming because of gubernatorial and legislative adherence to unscientific and ideological premises, which prohibits the proper management of our forests. California citizens have been deliberately incinerated in intense fires that were all preventable. Insurrection. The government of California, the current governor, and the monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the U.S. Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 is the United States federal law that governs the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion, illegal acts and tactics. Utilizing Marxist, Leninist, and Maoist revolutionary tactics, the communist California governor, monoparty system, and local government officials support and celebrate these tactics as a means to introduce and subvert all aspects of the California government and civil society in an attempt to destroy the state of California and break down the sovereignty of the United States of America. Acts of secession. Therefore, the California communist government, in conjunction with the communist state executive instituted wherever the current communist governor has usurped power, has created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America and thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting communist governor of California, the monoparty legislature, and the local elected officials is evidence of abdication of their responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the state and citizens of the United States living in California. Prayer. The citizens of New California state pray for the President to exercise his authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States citizens living in California state. This concludes these proceedings. NewCaliforniaState.com is the website. The phone number is 877-828-2753.